to look a certain way, like you feel like you would be judged if you don't.
I'm sure boys and girls both have that insecurity, whereas girls, it's a lot more apparent, and it's a lot more society known that there's a certain way a woman should look. And if you aren't even close to that, it really puts you down and makes you feel like you aren't good enough.
I do think that people are kind of pushed to get into relationships. I know that I say that and I'm in one, but it's more just like people are always like, oh, I want a boyfriend or I want a girlfriend. And it's not necessary for you to be happy.
You don't want to be bothered with boys and, well, you're not going to have time for your schoolwork. You don't think you can just think about yourself and study.
Mainly with girls, I think there is that pressure of being what he wants you to be without him being what you might want him to be.
I also think that the boys I know don't really have like an education on like women's rights. Like they have so many expectations of women and like backwards views, and I feel like that's held by boys my age. Like if you are on your period, like you don't talk about it.
I think also with loads of boys watching pornography and stuff, and they are watching it thinking like that is the perfect woman, and you see it and think I'm nothing like that and I will never be anything like that.
Sometimes I wonder, am I a bad feminist? Because I wouldn't hold those ideas against other women, so why am I holding them against myself?
I think it's so aggressive and it's 100% catered to males.
They can get used to this expectation that women are just objects and they can mess with them.
I just think that boys expect you to take pictures and stuff, and that is the worst thing. I always said I'm not sending them, and then he would always get mad at me.
I could name so many girls where slut-shaming has ruined their mental health.
Boys are just I don't know how to say it, but they're just greedy, and they want girls to send them stuff and give them stuff that just shouldn't happen.
I feel like it glamorises relationships a bit, but not communicating properly and stuff, and like being a tease, so there is that expectations for women, but for men you've got to be like that porn star girl, and men automatically just dominate the woman, and it is scary.
There's always struggles with boys, but for me, more than anything, what really needs to be talked about is struggles with girls. Girl-on-girl sexual assault, because so many of my friends have been sexually harassed in some way, and I thought it was impossible. I thought it was literally impossible, because girls are so understanding, because they experience it, that I thought it was impossible for a girl to sexually assault another girl, but that is what happened to me.
I was sexually assaulted when I was 16, maybe 15. I can't really remember, to be honest, but I was at a party and loads of people from school were there, and I don't even know who did it to me. To this day, I don't know who it was, and I was stood, and then someone came up from behind me and grabbed me really on the arse, and I turned around and there was just a bunch of people pissing themselves, and to this day I don't know who it was, so I think about that sometimes. I normalised that. I walked away. I mean, I was upset at the time, but I walked away from it and didn't really say anything, because that's a regular thing. It happens. I don't know. You push it down sometimes. And this is the reality. I don't think I have a single female friend who hasn't been sexually harassed or sexually assaulted by anyone, regardless of gender.
I just wish that girls who've been sexually assaulted know that they aren't the only ones, and that their sexual assault isn't any less than other sexual assaults, or that their struggles are any less than other struggles because of who did it to them. They just shouldn't feel alone.
I don't think there is a boundary for what a woman is. I think to be a woman, you just need to be you. and be proud of yourself and be who you are and just be comfortable in your identity.
I do think that it's a very special thing. Like, I would hate to be a boy.
I think I would say to just trust yourself, because there were so many times where I thought something and then I told myself like, no, that's not right or something like that, but then I've just been dismissed or told otherwise.
To me, being a woman is being strong, being powerful and being independent, like doing what you think is right and not being told by someone else.
It almost feels like girls are indoctrinated with the idea that it's our own faults when someone shames us for something that has happened to us. But it is never the girl's fault.
Be supportive of each other and just like listen to each other. Put yourself in other people's positions and imagine how they might feel and imagine how what you're saying might affect them.
Take everything that life has thrown at you and use it to push yourself. If history's taught me anything, it's that women are forces to be reckoned with, and that, in itself, makes me so proud to be a woman.